I'm so sick of movies and all these live action remakes and dumb prequels and dumb sequels. And anytime there is something that's actually original, it sucks. Like Red One that just came out, it's terrible. It's not a good movie. That's what I've heard of at least.
What is bad about Red One?
I mean, it's just like another basic, just Hollywood comedy. It's like the Marvel formula, you know. It's like it's an action movie, but it's supposed to be funny at like every single moment to the
It
point where
just looks like the Tooth Fairy movie
Like,
with
didn't they
The Rock.
make like why are they making so many violent Christmas movies now? It's like a new
well,
theme.
yeah, like last year I don't remember what the film was called, but I watched this one. It was all right. It was about like this. It was about Santa Claus, like, and he like went into this house, but to like give presents, right? But he got like locked inside because there were like bad guys with guns holding the family hostage, and he just like went
Dude,
on a
he's
killing
weak. He
spree,
can't just open the door.
killing all
How do
the
you get
bad guys.
what? How do you get locked inside a house?
Well, he didn't get locked inside the house, but the bad guys had like a little girl hostage, so he decided to free the little girl.
He decided to like stay and save her.
Mm.
Dude, every movie they try to make about Santa isn't good. Like you got to make it about the Christmas spirit, except for maybe the Santa Claus, but that one's mid. Because there's that one stupid movie like Christmas Chronicles, which
Uh-huh.
I any movie with the name with the word Chronicle in it makes me mad.
What is Christmas Chronicles again? I know I've heard of it. I know I
It's the
have.
one where it's one of those movies where they try to make the elves like high-tech spies and it doesn't work.
Mm.
Oh yes, I
That's the
do
only
know
thing.
that
That's
one.
that's the only one that makes me like that genuinely makes me angry when I see that kind of Christmas movie. Feel no jolliness or holly out of that.
Yeah, like
No.
no one is gathering up around like a fire and like getting their family together on Christmas to be like, all right, guys, time for a Christmas tradition. Let's watch Red One. Like no one's doing that. You know, people are still gonna watch the Christmas movies that actually are like feel good Christmas movies, like Home Alone, Christmas.
I'd rather watch the 2017 Coca-Cola Christmas commercial than that. Didn't they make an AI commercial this year?
I
They
don't.
make Christmas commercials every year. They just literally generated this one.
I want to be
Bad.
surprised.
It doesn't even have like polar bears. I think that's the whole thing.
Our generation goes in the workforce where everything's gonna be made with AI.
Like coding.
It's honestly not bad though. It looks like all the other commercials.
I feel like I feel like there could be a point where, I mean, when it comes to I don't think every career's in danger. Like, how is AI gonna replace a bartender? Well, actually, maybe it
By
could.
getting a robot bartender. Because
That,
that's like the easiest
Yeah.
like
Also, who's gonna be?
manual job because they're good at making small talk.
hmm
Except they're not funny yet.
Yeah.
They tried to make one funny and it didn't work.
Yes, Ian. What were you speaking
Never
about?
mind. I
Oh, no, no, no. Like,
Have you
I,
seen the I was thinking like the little cube that like walks with his little arms. It looks like an iron golem, like low poly, and they try to like make it tell jokes, and it's just really bad at him
I have not seen that one.
because it can't like offend anybody, so it's like defeats the purpose of the joke.
Do you
You
think
can't make any racist jokes.
That's the issue.
you think there's ever gonna be a point where movies are,
I want my AI to be racist. Why doesn't it work?
bro? You think
Okay.
there's ever gonna be a point where like an AI is able to make a movie and we won't be able to notice?
Yeah.
I maybe
Probably it might have happened. It's probably
They
made
might,
a short film that nobody
that's
knows.
Red One.
Red One. Red One's AI.
Is right. Oh, didn't the one they made some Chris this not Christmas movie, but like a Disney movie came out last year, and it's called Wish. Have you heard of that?
Yeah,
People accuse that of being full on AI
the
made,
songs. That's what they call
and
it.
I haven't seen it, but
'Cause I haven't seen
Wish
Wish either,
is
but
written by
I've seen videos of like talking about it. Because I don't want to waste my time actually watching the terrible thing. But like one of the songs, the lyrics is like, "I'm a star. Watch out, world. Here
I'm
I
sorry, I
are."
can't help with that request.
What?
What?
Jacob, I'm literally so many times. Welcome everyone to episode 26 of the One Last Year podcast. I am so sick of all the times where I'm very clearly setting up a question or setting up a joke or trying to explain something, and you just butt in with some random thing. Like when Chance was on the podcast and we were talking about the cross country banquet thing he had, I was like very obviously setting up a question. I was like, "So Chance, now that cross country's over."
You like tacos?
Yeah, that's what you did. You were like, I was like setting up a question. You were like, "What kind of taco did you eat?"
This time you were setting up a joke, and I set up a funnier joke. Did you even hear what I said?
No.
Oh, you were like the AI generated the lyrics, and I was like, the lyrics are, "Sorry, I can't help you with that request," or
Well,
something like they didn't cut out.
well,
That's fun. What were you saying?
when I'm literally trying
Let's get
to
into it.
tell the people listening what the lyric is, that in question that I'm referring to, and I'm like, I'm this close to being done. Ah, okay, but
I was bored.
yeah, dude.
You were boring him, Sawyer. He had to
Th-
say something funnier.
Oh my
Pick it up. I watch these things on 1.2 speed. We
man,
gotta
David, what do you
get
think
on
about
it.
all this? Oh yeah, David's not
On my
here.
way. On my. That's not. that's that's not Australian, but
It's
it
not.
reminds me of
Yeah, if you
Australia.
listen to the last episode, you would know that David's in Australia. He's not here, which is terrible because this is the halfway point. Episode 26 is our halfway point. 52 episodes. We're halfway done after this.
It's okay. David doesn't add much to the podcast.
Oh.
That's messed up, but true though. But
Dude, David's
we
Would
should
have
talk
added, but
about
you would
Christmas
have added a lot
movies
to this
again.
one because it's not at 10.
true. I mean,
You would have been
David's dad
He
listens
would be
to
awake
these.
right
He's
now.
gonna be
I
listening
don't know
to
what
this
time it
right
is.
now. Hi, Derek Ball. Uh,
Oh,
no,
I
we
didn't
love
even blame
David
you
very
for
much.
that.
He provides a lot to this podcast.
Who else are we gonna get to look up stuff?
No, I usually when I do think of the podcast, I am like David adds nothing. But then I watched a Halloween episode and I clicked to a random spot and he was talking his butt off, and I was like, oh, never mind. Maybe I just don't notice. So I think he just flies under the radar because he actually is. He does add to it.
No, I want to keep talking about Wish though, because there's something else I wanted to say about it. Because another thing that people were talked about with like, oh, the film is AI, is because like the villain of the movie is like genuinely a good guy, and like it's only like 2/3 of the way through the movie where it's like the writers realized, oh shoot, this guy isn't evil, so they just shoehorned in like a magic book that just turns him evil at the very end. Because like the plot of the movie is like he's this king that grants people wishes, but he will only grant people's wishes if they're like beneficial to like the kingdom as a whole. Like if someone,
Oh yeah, I know what movie you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
now.
If like someone wishes like, oh, I wish I was, I had magic powers, he won't grant that because that doesn't help people. He will only grant the wish of people if it helps the community. And the main character's like, nah, that's messed up. Everyone should have their wish granted, no matter what. So it's pretty much
Wait, the main character says that or the bad
the
guy
main
says that?
character, the good guy of the film is like, no,
Is
everyone's wish should be granted.
is the bad guy the king or is it like
The bad guy's the king, right?
just like is he like the guy from Aladdin? Who's
No,
that guy?
Jafar.
Uh,
Not like Jafar. Like in the film, I think
he's not like the assistant.
no. I think his name's like Magistro or something, King Magistro. I
That's
could be
really
wrong.
Okay, this is
But
he's King Wishface,
I'm
and he gives
pretty.
you wishes,
Are you
and
questioning? I'm pretty sure his name's
no, I'm saying that sounds AI
oh
generated. I'm saying you're right.
King Magnifico. That's a little better. Maybe not.
His name is King Good, and he's actually bad.
But the plot of
Oh
the movie
no,
is that like he made this kingdom and like he's not like forcing anyone to live here. He's like giving his power to people by like he developed the power to grant wishes and he's giving it to the people. And the protagonist is like, nah, he evil though.
because some
that
people's
actually
wishes
kind of
shouldn't
sounds
be
way more
granted.
Hmm?
Some people's wishes shouldn't be
Mm,
granted.
Yeah, that's like I think one of the
it's
plot
fine.
points is
Like-
that the protagonist's aunt had a wish and the king wouldn't grant it. And so she's like, oh, the king's evil. We got to overthrow him.
Like what if
What
somebody
is yeah? What is the
what if somebody
what's
wishes
the
for time
Disney?
freeze? Uh
Time freeze, invisibility.
traceable DNA. We're not granting that
What's
wish.
the Disney Junior like lesson for this movie? Just like overthrow the government because they want
Um,
welfare for all. That sounds a little questionable. I don't know what's going on with that. That
well,
sounds pretty Disney.
yeah. And
Um,
so yeah, like 2/3 of the way through the movie, the writers probably realized, oh wait, the king's like not even a bad guy. So they just brought in this magic book, and he opens it and just gets turned into like a murderous killer. Ah, there we go.
I feel like I would have been just easier to write the king as the main character
And then do like an
I
inverse.
don't know.
Every single movie is always about like a rebellion that's like good. Let's have a movie where like the government is the good guys.
Hmm.
Ooh, I like that.
That'd be cool.
That sounds like it.
Man.
Dude, I have these jeans. And I swear, there's just like extra dye right here, but it looks like I peed myself
Oh, it does.
every time I wear them. I swear, it's messed up. But I can't like, what am I gonna return them? And be like, I peed in these jeans. Can you give me new ones? But it's just extra dye because it like didn't get washed when they were making the jeans. I
Wait,
swear.
Jacob, so why'd you pee in those jeans?
Have you do how much? I don't know. I actually saw this thing like a month ago. They make designer jeans just look like they have piss stains,
Why?
and they're nasty. I swear, look it up. But they make like white ones too, and it's disgusting. But that's like, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure that's the pinnacle of art of mankind. I want to find that.
you
Actually,
do that.
Let me
I might have to cop some. I think I have a designer piece right here. I could sell them.
$600
For what?
for that? Why is he on a
Very hard.
runway? Who like? Yeah, let's talk about another thing. Fashion shows just don't make sense to me. Like,
Oh, I hate them, dude.
let me like who? Why are these people getting paid to walk out onto a stage just wearing a balloon? Like,
Have you seen the ones where it's like the dresses clipping through the ladies? Dude, it's
it's like
so stupid.
sideways. It's
Dude,
Mhm.
the thing I hate about like designer like fashion shows is that if you look up like abstract art and there's like a shoe on the floor and people are admiring it, about 50% of people who see that are like, this is stupid. We should not be funding this. But I feel like everybody I see like on like models and like runways, they're like fully supporting it. But it's the same stupid thing. I hate it so much.
like there
Maybe
was.
we're gonna get canceled for this. But you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree. There was
It's
one where I
dumb.
saw where like a lady walked out onto a runway wearing like just straight up wearing a trash bag. It's like yes, yes, go. That's the new. That's gonna be trendy.
Dude, I'm
Go.
pretty sure
Queen.
I saw a thing. It was like Beyonce just walked out naked and they did like a spray on dress. And it was like this revolutionary technology.
Yeah, that's gonna go well.
I don't know who it was, but that was actually a real thing.
Wait, so
It was made out of like
where
spider
was this
webs.
video?
You know. Um,
No.
you brought up abstract art. Oh shoot, I just lost my thought of train. Um, I was gonna say something.
Abstracted his mind.
You did. You actually did.
Are you thinking about the video where they're in the art museum and the dude literally just throws his shoe on the ground and then people start gathering around it? That's where I got that idea.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it.
I saw one where it was like a guy and he had like 6 buckets of sand and just pushed him over and it was like just sand on the floor. No, I was thinking about what you were saying with like designer clothes. Another thing that I just don't get about designer clothing is like why people buy them when they're not even like anything. I mean, it's mainly just because a lot of people attribute like something costs more, it must be higher quality. But did you guys see that ever hear about that like social experiment that was done? I don't remember what.
Oh, Alessi?
Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Where they, Ian, they basically took all of their
He looks
shoes
like Kanye West.
that are normally like really cheap, like $10
Mhm.
shoes, like $10, $15 shoes, but then like in a mall made like a mock like luxury clothing store, like gave it a different name and like made the store look super fancy, and then upped the price of all their shoes to like hundreds of dollars. And then there were these people coming in, and like these interviewers were like, "So, what makes these shoes so special?" And all these people were like, "Oh, you can just tell they're high quality, made with the best materials." And they're like, "Yeah, those shoes are actually marketed at $10." And it just shows
You can see the elk sweat put into the heel cap of this shoe.
the new
Yeah, it was like it was like actually like a mall store. It said it was called Pay Less, and it was like $2 shoes. And the next week they added an I and called it Plessy and put it in like uh
cursive.
uh cursive, and then they upped the prices. And then it's just because they advertised it that a bunch of famous
I mean,
people can.
it
Like their
still
managers
baffles
go
me how
there.
people like how a company like Supreme is successful when their shirts are just like a basic white tee with a red box on it. and it's like up the price.
Supreme actually isn't that. You seen the guy trying to build a house out of Supreme bricks,
Yes,
and then
and you can't buy them because they're so.
he buys a ton of bricks. He buys like 200,000 bricks to build this house, and then he finds out that they literally did not sell enough bricks to build a house out of. So he spent like millions of dollars to not even count how many bricks he was buying to build a house, and not to be able to build it.
And I have to ask, what are you wearing? Where did you get that?
This
Yeah, the
I
bandana.
got this for Christmas.
Shiesty.
It's a Oh, him?
Yeah.
Dang, I thought you were
Is your
talking
name
about my
Ian
nice
Chandler?
shirt.
Is your name Ian Chandler?
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear you say that.
No, it's like a
It's a what?
thing. It's got like a hole in it.
Oh, right. Dang.
I think like
Make a shicey mask.
I don't know how to do that.
You
I
have
could
to
do
cut
like
holes in it.
You just gotta like fold it over itself. What?
What are you doing?
Don't make
like
an armband. Don't do that. That's not gonna help your case, bro.
You're gonna like strangle yourself.
That's wild.
I've seen
It's not
women.
It's clearly not a sash.
I've seen women wear them
It's a
like
skirt.
it's like this.
That's weird.
Yeah, because they're inspired by stupid designer clothes. That's not how you're supposed to wear it.
Like going back to movies, one movie that I mean I'm a little like hopeful for is Gladiator 2. I haven't actually seen the first Gladiator, and the reason I'm bringing it up,
I've heard it's bad or something.
it's not even out yet, but it
My fault.
it's like I found out something that Cinemark does. I didn't even know we did this until yesterday or 2 days ago. We do mystery movies. Like it's like you buy the ticket and go into the movie, but you don't know what the movie's gonna be until it starts playing. It's like a surprise. It's like a mystery box, and I think the ticket's cheaper. But
Is it cheaper?
yeah, I
Oh,
think so. And the movie they showed on Monday was Gladiator 2, like early, like before it even is out. So like people who went to that mystery movie just got to see Gladiator 2.
That's cool.
So like I don't know if they
dang.
only ever do films that are like currently showing, or if you'd ever like walk in to the mystery movie and they just play Shrek. You know, like I don't know if if it is like just movies they're showing or not. But I was so confused because like an employee that works there was like going in to see that, like they weren't working, but I knew them. And they were like, we were like, "What movie are you seeing?" And they went, "I don't know." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? What do you
I
mean
don't
you
know.
don't know?" But that was so weird. And I was also confused about how they managed, like, why it's Gladiator 2 early. Because I went into the theater to check it out, like, oh, I wonder what it is. And I'm like, wait a minute, this movie's not even out yet. What? But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Would you guys
Predicting
would
movie.
you guys ever like spend the money to do something like that, not knowing what the movie is?
How much cheaper is it?
I
Is
don't
it like
know.
half price?
I really don't know.
I probably would,
If it's half
because like
price, maybe.
actually, well, I mean, not right now, because no movies coming out are good. But the Gladiator 2 popcorn bucket looks pretty cool. That's why I was asking about
Oh,
if you get
but
free
it's not
popcorn
even
bucket.
like a popcorn bucket.
It looks
It's
awesome.
a drink cup. It's like
Oh, well, okay. That
I,
looks cool.
it's like they put your drink in like a chest plate, but you have to hold it like this, like palm it in your hands. Um,
Dude, like a uh like a Viking beer chalice. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
Like a mug.
yeah. Well, dude, when I was working on Sunday,
Now
this
you're holding mugs.
I was working on like the podium, which I've mentioned before. You know, it's that little kiosk with like where you scan tickets and like let people in. And this little kid, his parents like dropped him off. He had to be like maybe 9 years old, 10 years old maybe. I watched them. They like all went into the theater together. Like walked in, the whole family and the mom and like whatever were like, all right, you go and watch Venom now. And the whole family just left this 10-year-old boy to go watch Venom. And so I let him in. Right, he goes to the theater. I'm like, all right, and he comes back out, and then like points at the 3D glasses, and there's no 3D movies going on, so I can't give those out. And he's like, "Can I take these?" I'm like, "No, it's not for you. It's not for your movie." And he's like, mm. And like grabbed a handful of them, and I was like, "Hey, hey!" And he like stopped and like handed him back, and I was like, "Don't do that, dude." And then he goes back into the theater, comes back out again like 3 minutes later, and does it again. He like comes up to the podium and just starts taking the glasses. I'm like, "Hey, no." And then he just like I don't even know if he ever ended up watching his movie because he just started wandering around the lobby. He went into the photo booth and just sat in there for like 5 minutes. Like he didn't do anything in there. He didn't pay for photos. He just sat.
He's like a young kid.
Yeah, he's like 10.
He's 17. Isn't Venom like rated R?
No, it's PG
And they just
13.
left him with that?
We don't really have a policy
Oh,
of PG 13.
oh, I thought it was like, okay, son, we're gonna come watch My Little Pony. You go watch Scarface. It's okay. Just come back when you're done.
No, I wish the Venom movies were rated R though. Like the last one, Let There Be Carnage with Carnage, like that should have been a rated R movie.
Last one was spooky.
And Carnage is like one of the most like murderous characters in Marvel, but like you don't really get to see that at all. He just like throws one car off a bridge and that's it. Yeah.
Did you see
Go ahead.
the latest like Tom Holland Spider-Man for the post-credit scene where they just like bring Venom into the Spider-Man universe and
Yeah,
then he like sneezes on a table and then they teleport him back out.
yeah. That was in the No Way
So
Home.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
No, Venom's there.
Yeah, I didn't really
Crazy.
understand that writing choice. Like, why would they even? Because at the end credit scene of like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, they have this whole thing where like they get transported into the MCU, which like leads into Spider-Man: No Way Home, and it's like because that movie was like the one where they brought in like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, all them, right? And it was like, oh, they're gonna bring Venom in too. But no, he didn't appear in the movie at all. He just in the end credit scene, Venom was in the MCU for like 5 seconds. It was like, oh, guess we're going back.
I used to
Oh.
think
But
about
he
how
was there,
cool-
like hotel. He just gooped on the hotel and then
Yeah.
they teleported him out.
Buddy.
But
think
they
about
left like a
actually
little
how
bit of Venom. So, oh my god, he can reproduce.
think about how cool it would have been if like Venom was fighting the three, like the Eddie Brock Venom that we know was fighting the three Spider-Men
Dude, that would have
as
been
just like
sick.
a side character.
Yeah, I want to see Tom Hardy.
Like,
That'd be awesome. I like Tom Hardy.
I don't know why they didn't.
Have you heard Tom Hardy's like real accent?
Yeah,
How he has like a super deep like Scott. I don't know what it is. It's wild.
Tom Hardy's been in more movies than I thought he was. Like, I didn't even realize he was Bane in The Dark Knight Rises. But he is.
Oh yeah, I've never seen his
Bane?
Batman movie.
Yeah, I mean, he does wear a mask in that film, and he talks like this. But,
No one knew who I was before I put on the mask.
dude,
Hmm.
how far into this episode
Yeah.
are we? We've been yapping about movies for so flipping long.
Honestly, I have no idea.
I don't know
Are
either.
you running out of stuff to say?
No,
I don't know
I
what-
just did.
I got stuff to
I
say.
didn't start my stopwatch.
Have you seen the dude a while ago who bought like a shitload of tadpoles and he put them in his pond and they all turned into frogs and then like infested the entire surrounding
Yes.
area.
Yeah,
People have like walls of frogs. They're
Yeah.
so funny, dude.
He was doing the video where it was like raising the largest frog army, but then the frogs just ended up becoming like an invasive species in the neighborhood, and like we're going into people's houses, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, it's just yeah,
Dude, that's
that's spot on.
Wait, Sawyer, did the episode start when you did the intro?
It's
no,
making Battletech.
it started.
I don't know.
when
It probably started when Craig dropped in. I
I-
don't know. We were talking about How to Train Your Dragon or something.
Are you able to? No, it started.
I think
When
we were talking about Red
I
One.
was talking about live action movies. I think is what I was
It started
doing.
now. It's all right.
Yeah, let's just
so
say
preoccupied.
this is the start of the episode.
We're
We're
just
here right
fine.
now. Welcome everyone. No, no. So
Talk about frogs
I
again.
mean, 24 minutes. As I mentioned,
Dang.
this is our halfway point. This
It's
is
still running.
Mhm.
You know, we've been doing this podcast for half a year now.
Wow,
Which
that's
it
actually
does
kinda
it does
wild.
not feel like it's been half a year whatsoever. But man, I feel like we've done pretty good. I think we've been improving a lot. I mean, if you go back and listen to like those first couple episodes we did, like I thought those were really good when we did them, but like looking back at them, they're not that great. I'm gonna be honest.
They're not good at all.
No.
One little grievance. Would you mind not showing the entire tier list of how good every episode is to guests that are just about to be on an episode? I feel like that's kind of like a pressure to show them that you're like
Oh,
I could put you here in F rank.
I did do that
I
last
was like,
episode, didn't I?
I was trying not to say anything. I was like, that's not my rating.
Um, I do have a tier list of all the episodes so far, of like what I think of them. I don't know if I really want to go through that. Probably not.
No, no, no. I was just saying that's kind of harsh.
Well,
Yeah.
If you
it's
don't
not,
get our ratings up
it's not an attack on the
40%.
guests. It's an attack on mainly. I feel like more so us than the guests.
Because it's on us if the episode's good or not.
Yeah. Like last episode with Lincoln and Cooper, I'm gonna be honest. We kind of slowed down a bit, and like one question that I really wish I had asked them, especially them, but I feel like we hadn't lately, was like talking about like what we wanted to do after high school and like what like we want to do as an adult. I feel like the reason we didn't really talk about that like in the previous two episodes with Liam, Ben, Chance, and Landon is because those two episodes were just straight yap fests, so we didn't really have any reason to be formal and ask those types of questions.
I also was honestly I was not super locked in the last 2 episodes.
It's true.
I was so tired, bro. Last episode, the one before that, I loved though. We need more of that. I think.
Chance and Landon.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Landon was locked in, bro. He could have been a fifth host, dude.
No, I had to like
Landon was until he had to cut out like 4 minutes. Or I
1 minute.
don't know who that was.
No, I think
What are you saying?
Landon telling Ian to kill himself, and then it just cut into you talking about trees, but it's still one of the funniest moments on the podcast.
It's the funniest thing,
what?
dude. I watched
never-
that episode 3 times just because of
I
that.
never watched that episode.
Yeah, that you probably
It's the best one.
obviously let's not bring up what was spoken, but you remember like how the conversation got a little crazy after Landon told you to.
I literally don't remember what happened.
Well,
That's how I remember it in my
I
mind.
think it was
I remember
my fault.
him.
It was not your fault. It was like
Okay.
basically Landon said that, and then like both Landon and Chance started talking about two different things, both of which I was just like, no, we can't talk about either of these things. So I just had to cut it out. Um, yeah, I feel like I don't know. I don't want to like say like toot my own horn or anything. I feel like doing this podcast has made me better at one telling stories. I think that can kind of go for all of us because I still remember episode 8 it was with Baxter where I was like genuinely getting mad at like Jacob
Oh,
because there was a point where I was like, so what'd you learn on this college visit you did? And Jacob just goes, yeah, I learned I was pretty good at speeches. You know, my speech was the best one. Whoa. You never said you gave us.
okay. In my defense, I was real hyped up after that college visit. I was with my new boys that my new friends that I just made, and then I was just thrown back into this environment of being at home. But yeah, one of my kind of the way I told that story was, oh, I went up to University of Iowa, and then we did some stuff, and then I met this kid who had a foot fetish, and then I told a speech, and then everybody laughed, and then we went home. That's kind of like the things. That's how I went over it. And I honestly don't remember anything enough about whatever happened to tell a formulaic like story at this point. But that was rough.
No, like doing the podcast has also made me like more aware of like how questions should be answered because obviously it's always better if we have a guest that's like more talkative, like when we ask them a question they like don't just say like a one word answer or like one sentence because I remember the yearbook club interviewed me after homecoming was over to ask me about like, oh, what how did it feel winning homecoming, Kane, and this and that, and I was answering these questions, and as I'm answering them, I'm like, oh my goodness, why am I giving such detailed answers? Like, like me a year prior, they would have been like, well, how did it feel winning homecoming, King? And I would have just been like, yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was cool. But now I was like I was giving them everything. I was giving them all the details, which I'm sure they were thankful for because
Yeah, I can feel that too. And
No.
I feel you can definitely fully track our progress on being able to like hit stories throughout the episodes. Because I remember that second episode where you talked for 50 minutes of it, and then for like 3 minutes at the end, I told that little museum story. And in comparison to anything we're saying right now, it was god awful. But after that episode, I was like, that was so good, and I hyped myself up, and I was like out of breath because I said like 3 words in the podcast. But then I think we really like hit our stride whenever you got sick and you couldn't talk. I feel like
I
that
used
really
to,
improved it for us because
Nah,
it really was just you talking for the first like 8 episodes.
like I used to
And
think the dynamic of episode was Sawyer would say the most. I would usually say like the second most. I would just go off of what Sawyer said.
that's true.
And Jacob and David would stay quiet for like the entire episode and then like act here and there.
right.
But
And
it's really flipped on its
we've
head.
like gone so far, and Jacob's gotten so much like better at talking on camera and like bringing things up.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had nothing in my brain. I was truly trying to rack my brain for stuff to say until
Mhm.
like the Would You Rather episode where I just went crazy.
Yeah.
And I mellowed down after that too.
Crazy is an understatement for
I,
what you went there.
I remember, yeah. Uh, I remember before episode 1, like, ever even got recorded, I was like, oh, we should just, episode 1, let's talk about our favorite freshman stories. And Jacob, you were all like, oh, there's no way we can talk about that for an hour, which, I mean, we were successful in doing. And, were the stories good or not? No. But, we did manage it. So I think that is improvement. And then on the Would You Rather episode, yeah, that's still one of my favorite episodes, but
Yeah, that was a great episode.
I
it's our
think
longest one still.
what that was we had all planned like 3 things to say, and we were like sort of at least subconsciously being like, okay, I'm gonna bring up this point when we're talking about this Would You Rather to
Mhm.
explain why this person's wrong or something.
Yeah, that was
But
like
no, I don't really like having plans, but at this point, but I think
yeah.
that's
I
so
mean,
cool.
that was kind of the first episode where like because the first 3 episodes I did tell you guys to think of things, but for all 3 of those it was mainly me coming up with stuff. But that was like the first episode where like you guys pretty much had to come with something prepared. Or else we would have been in the shitter. But that episode went really well. That was our
I think all of us prepared something
That was
the
our
day of,
big break.
an hour before recording.
right. And then yeah, I think episode 7 was our best episode. Easily our best episode up until that point. Um, and then I feel like we've had a few that I thought were better. I think yeah, episode 24 and 23 were both really good.
What I'm really impressed with is I feel like when we have a guest on, like really any guest we've had on was like better at speaking with us than we were with each other in the first 3 episodes. Except for maybe Sawyer, just because you planned this whole thing. You
But
had
yeah,
so much to say for each episode. But like all the guests, maybe it's just because we're so handsome and fine and easy to talk to. But I feel
true.
like nobody's like been as bad as at least me and David were in the first 6 episodes.
Yeah, I think
David
it's
and
more like
I.
there's a lot of pressure
Everybody's
on
very
them, where
good.
like they feel like they have to talk because they're like our guest.
Right.
Yeah, I
Um,
really feel bad, honestly. I'm like, I couldn't answer these questions.
I
I
mean, I
think
feel
some
like
of the questions that, yeah,
I feel like we're also getting better at just asking them in a way that makes it like more open. Because like you talked about, like Landon was talking a lot 2 episodes ago. Thing was, I kid you not, like 2 hours before recording, Landon texts me and goes, "Yeah, I actually don't think I want to do this. Like, I don't want to do it, man." And I was like in the middle of soliciting. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I had to give him like a pep talk. I was like,
you know
"No,
what we should
you've
do?
got this. You've got this."
We should we should do an employee training video on how to talk, like the Blockbuster employee training videos.
I think
That'd be
I
so
think Joe
fire. I
Rogan
don't know how I
has
would do that.
Joe Rogan has something like that. I don't think it's a video, but I know Joe Rogan has like some kind of paper or like booklet that he gives to his guests before they come on. That's like a
Is that
guide.
public access? That'd be
I don't
awesome.
I don't
Dude, we
know if
could
it's
analyze that. That'd be so cool.
I don't know if it's public access. That's not something I really want to find out right now. That'll get us sidetracked. But um
What's the
yeah,
point of a podcast, brother?
well, like
Yeah, we can do that some
we're
other
gonna
time though.
spend like a minute in silence googling things. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think he definitely does have some kind of like thing that he has guests look through before they come on, which I think makes sense because Joe Rogan is like what he's doing like one a day at this point.
yeah,
It's not that much. It's like a few a week. I don't know.
7.
Sorry. It's like 7 a week. Hate to break your stride.
But yeah, I don't know. We could have something like that. I'm not sure.
Honestly,
Man,
we're halfway through this thing, dude. That's not gonna happen. That's never gonna happen.
yeah,
But
probably
I hope it does.
man,
Because
can we?
I don't know how to explain what to say. Just like my strategy in the past few episodes is just like quote Instagram reels that you've found and be like, have you seen these two? Let's talk about if I was that person. You seen the Frog House?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But the one thing that we definitely need improvement on, and mainly me, I mean, I've been distracted a lot lately, is getting guests like further in advance than because you made this comment. I don't remember on what episode, Jacob, where it was like it's kind of funny how we always have a guest for next week, but never the one for this week. And like again, the thing is we were supposed to have a guest today, but they canceled, and I had no backup plan whatsoever. So
Yeah, and like you keep saying we have a guest for next week, but then even then they're not here next week.
yeah, I mean because I mean
We have a
lately,
whole catalog. We have a whole catalog of guests that were on, that are supposed to be on, and that went into the ether at some point, and we're going to be on, but I haven't heard back from them at
yeah,
all.
there's a lot of people that have been like, "Oh, I want to be on," but I've been like, "Are you free this week?"
Hanging
No.
up for the challenge.
Uh,
Like
s-
people, they want to be on,
Back
but
in a
then when
few
like it
years.
actually comes time to be on, they get nervous and scared. Then they don't
yeah,
do it.
I don't know how to circumvent that
Is
though.
that what it's ever been?
I feel like
Or
it
is it
is.
like actually I feel like
Lately,
a
Not
lot
I
of
feel like
times you're like they do actually have events planned, but like
that is
that's a
usually
little
because
suspicious.
like I said, I don't want to like air him out because like it was a really good episode, and I'm glad he came on. But like that was whole Landon's whole thing is that he was worried he didn't have anything to bring to the table,
Mhm.
and thought that he would like
Oh no,
ruin
yeah,
it.
he was awesome.
No, he was one of our best
Maybe we should
guests.
bring up that in our employee training video.
I feel like,
Our
I feel like
least
some
prepared
people,
guest was so prepared.
Or at least
I
for
feel like some people like
I feel
with
like some people would.
our guest that was supposed to be on today. I feel like it came down to like they said they were going to do it, but then when it came time to do it, they were like, oh, it just kind of seems.
a waste of time. That's what your lips read. I think you muted yourself, Ian.
No, I'm not.
What? Oh wow, your microphone
My
just did
mic
not
just
pick
cut
up
out.
that last sentence.
My mic just
Awkward.
cut out. Nah, like I feel like the guest we were gonna have. I don't know if they would have been super excited for this episode.
True. Dude,
Like,
and if Landon hadn't came on episode 24, we would have been screwed because Chance ended up having to go to Landon's house to record it. So look how that turned out.
and that was a huge time waste. Took forever.
Yeah, it kind of did. I mean, it's no wonder that David's been half asleep the last several episodes. We've been having to like do it really late and have had complications the last several episodes. But
He's the backbone of our show.
true.
And he's what? Which way am I facing? Because you're gonna edit him into this episode upside down in Australia. Which side is he
Should
on?
I make him upside down?
He's right there.
No, other
He's
way.
right there.
Other way, Jacob.
He's right there.
Yeah.
He's right there.
No, that's me.
He's down under.
He's right there. No. But oh man. Yeah, David said, I don't know if he'll be able to, but he was talking about like, oh, he's gonna be on a beach or something. I don't know. He may make it for next episode.
I hope he wasn't joking.
That would be
I
really
hope
funny.
I hope he is because this is the Thanksgiving episode. We got to give thanks to him. But I
Mhm,
feel
yeah.
like even if he could get cell access and it isn't slow from Australia and it isn't like $40 a minute, I feel like he would not. I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't like be open to talking to us on a beach with other people around unless he got a private cabana because he's rich. And
Yeah, he did have that whole thing
I
like
don't know because
funded. For him.
funded.
Yeah, like he was
Was
talking
it
about.
funded by that guy he was talking about,
Yeah,
or
it was like guy
I
was.
thought he was just invited.
No, it was funded.
Yeah, it was like.
Oh, he is rich or something.
Well, I mean, if you're invited to something, you'd assume that it's being paid for.
Hope so.
Mm.
Like, hey, do you want to come
Hey,
on?
you want to meet me on my private estate on the moon?
You have to pay.
Let's bring your own rocket.
What are you saying, Jacob? You were about to say something.
That how he would want to talk on the beach. I don't know. He said he doesn't even like the beach.
Oh.
He's like, I hate the beach. What? Yet I stand.
Oh, dude, there's something that David, I don't think he knows about. I don't think anyone's told him because he left in our calculus class. Our teacher, he just dropped a bombshell on us on Monday that all our homework is now like required. Because it wasn't before.
He's been doing the homework. He didn't do it in pre-calc, but
Well,
did
I
he
don't know
fall
if
off that?
I don't know if he's doing the homework or not. I don't know if he's doing all of it. Is what I'm saying. Because like
Mm.
I do some of the problems, but it's like I don't always have time to do like all whatever many of them there are. So I just kind of do some of them and be like, all right, that's enough practice.
I heard
But
it's going real bad because I know. So I don't know if I want to air him out, but I heard someone just dropped Calc 2. Just how hard Calc 1 is. Is it rough now?
I wouldn't blame
Are you
him.
in the thick of it?
I am
I'm
in the
in the
thick
thick of it. My bad.
especially since
We were
you know
playing
me.
that at TBK over the speakers in the
No shot.
restaurant. Not even in the kitchen, in the restaurant. It was
Oh,
No.
empty. I was hosting.
did we?
Right.
No, but
It's actually so funny.
um, goodness me, that got me so off track. Yeah, I am in the thick of it right now in calculus. My grade's not the greatest, but you know, I'm on an academic comeback. Just wait. Now that this homework's required, I'm gonna get even more practice. Um,
Hey, I was just talking about this to one of my friends, dude. My GPA just went up 0.02%. We are on the
really,
academic comeback.
200,
It's gonna be brought up.
so 0.02
200.
up.
Yes.
So
It
what's
was
your
like
GPA at?
0.023. Um
Your whole GPA was
it
0.023?
no, it's like 3.43 something now, but it was
Mm,
3.41 something.
okay.
I
Mine's like
just want a 3.5. There's no point. I don't even need it.
mine's like a
I'm gonna get
3.79.
it up to a 4 though.
4 on. That's not
Watch me,
mathematics.
dude. 200ths at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm. No, I was also trying to lock in AP Econ. I was like really trying to get some notes in, and Mr. Hornaday does this thing where he lets people pick a color, like the color of like the background and marker he uses on the whiteboard, the smart board. And it was my turn, and I was like, all right, nothing crazy. I need to lock in. So I said white background, black text, basic, and the whole room was like, no, that's too boring. I'm like, this is the serious class, okay? I had to take notes because my grade in there is also not the greatest it's ever been. Um,
It's like on the when I'm doing the map tests and they let you pick the background and I pick the IKEA colors. Have you seen that?
no, I never knew you could
Not
pick
the
the
map
background.
test, but the
I said
ISASS. You know, you can change the background to be like dark mode.
I didn't,
I didn't know
There's
that.
one that's like straight blue with bright yellow text, and it's supposed to be like high contrast, but it's just goofy.
dude.
It
I'm
looks like your
so
computer
glad
crashed.
that we do not have to do ISASP again. That is
Damn
still.
it.
Did you say
I
damn
wanted
I
it?
to
skipped. Are you trying to? What are you
I
doing? Are
wanted
you
to
trying
do
to
ISAC so
end
I
the
could
episode again?
no.
What?
Oh,
I wanted to do ISAS so I could see
See what?
what Jacob's
y-
talking about. The new you could change the format or whatever.
Oh, that's it.
well, you
That's
can
the
go.
only
I mean,
Oh,
you
it
can
won't
still
get set up in
access it.
TeamViewer.
You can go to like the test,
test now.
the practice test.
Yeah.
It's not that deep
Um.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sorry. Do you know why I was trying to end that episode so badly?
Oh,
because you
episode
were
24.
tired.
I wasn't tired. My girlfriend was on the couch over there while I was filming the episode.
Really?
And I was trying to get it over as quick as possible so I could go over there and hang out with her
Before what? You might could have.
before she had to leave.
Oh. I thought you were like you were trying to go
Wait,
to.
she was there the whole episode?
Yeah. She just sat there and watched me. I was like, "Do you want to go?" And she was like, "No, I'll stay." And I was like, "Okay."
She gave us good luck, dude. That was a beautiful episode.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to go to bed because we had like David, you and I all had to be up at like
Jacob.
at school at 7:30 the next day for the Hungry Drive fill the truck.
No, I don't care about that.
Oh wow, wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If Miss Mahoney's watching, I'm kidding.
Miss Mahoney, yes, that is why Ian was trying to get
With
off
the
so
truck?
early to get. Yeah, I mean not fill the truck,
Was
like
that
load the
wait,
truck.
that's oh, that was last Oh, is Hunger Drive over?
Yeah, that was when Hunger Drive ended. We got second place again.
Yes.
I think we. What do you mean? Yes. Yes, we're not raising money for the hungry anymore. Let's go.
Because now he doesn't have to hear
There's
us
so
talk
much more
about it on the
space in
podcast.
like the commons hallway now.
That is
It's an
true.
improvement. I finally discovered where that like break room community college looking place is. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was there.
Yeah, it's
I
right.
thought it was on the third floor because it looked like a third floor.
No.
It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. So, do you know anyone who I watched? I actually no, I
Nope.
haven't. That was in student service. I don't think I've seen anyone go in there or just be in there. Like, is anyone
I went in
seen it
there.
Mm.
at all?
We could film an episode in there.
Yeah, like
Bring pride.
we could see if we could just like that'd be funny. I still don't know how
Nice.
like the procedure for using that room would go. I don't
You
know.
literally just walk in whenever you have free time.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah.
But
That's what I asked an administrator when they were like very first ever setting it up. Curious, and she just told me if you have an off block or if you have lunch or just walk in,
Hmm.
chill.
Interesting.
It's gonna be like a cool spot. So like if
Dude,
we all have lunch together, we could go chill in there like after we.
Right. I
it
get
reminds
it.
me of this room they had at my elementary school that was for kids with anger issues, and it was the room with padded walls, and they would just put chairs in there, and then just like that, the next day the chair would be broken, and it was fascinating stuff they had in there. I don't know what the deal with it was.
Dude, I remember a point in elementary school when we had a kid who had like, severe anger issues, right? Um, like get angry and he like ran out the school, like he ran out the front door and like the teachers didn't know where he went and like the fire department was called and they started like a neighborhood like search for him throughout the school day. And then like by the end of the school day they're just like, "Dude, you wouldn't believe this. The kid was on the roof of the school the whole time. He he like climbed up there."
That's actually hilarious. Oh, I
And
like to imagine the kid was
Well, I
on
talked
the
about
roof
how
like.
my element. I talked about how my elementary school nurse hit a kid in the parking lot.
no. What?
Wait, you went to Hoover, right?
I
No,
think
I went to Neil Armstrong.
we've had this discussion before.
David
Yeah, I
went to Hoover.
swear, I said this, but yeah, one time it was like, I mean, I wasn't there, but apparently look at this girl, elementary school girl was walking through the parking lot, and the nurse just hit her with her car.
uh,
I mean, there's not much more to the
is
story
she
than that, but
good?
it's funny. And then she's got to carry her inside. Do you want an ice pack? A Nutrigrain bar?
Need a band-aid?
Sorry, please don't
Oh,
sue.
man. Yeah, you can actually get like a full ride scholarship to any college by just going onto the college campus and purposely getting like hit by an administrator. And
Really?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, that's not me. Like, no, you can't.
Actually,
do
that's a
that.
real tip.
But no, I think this girl. I don't know if it was like actually fraud or not. I don't remember what university it was, but this girl got like hit by the car of like one of the schools, like deans, one of the college's deans, and like pretty much was just given a full ride through the school, like a full ride scholarship.
I saw this thing online
Or
where
ride to the hospital.
I saw this thing online where if the school gets like destroyed, then every student currently enrolled there like just gets a degree.
Oh no, it's a diploma, right? For
Mhm.
high schools, if like you're on your senior year and the school like burns down or something, and
Yeah, I
like
saw that for colleges too.
really,
Yeah,
There's
well, I
no
mean
way it's there for colleges.
that rule
Because
is actually
colleges are like actually you have to learn these skills to do the career.
that's true.
You can't just be
also
a freshman in college and burn down the campus and it's like, oh, you're an aerospace engineer now. Congrats.
Also, I feel like that rule could be abolished given that 2020 proved that schools can still go on without a building. I feel.
Yeah, but not with
Yeah.
the teachers who burned inside the building, dude.
Okay, well,
That's the deal.
let's pretend. Okay, okay, no, let's pretend that the people survived this tragedy. Are you saying that in your hypothetical
How are you
world
gonna
that
pretend?
all the
What?
teachers died
Okay.
too?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I think you kind of sounded like an advocate for snow days being
I'm
abolished.
I'm not advocating for snow days being
It
abolished.
should have been a snow day today. It was
I
cold,
It was snowed for like a
and
minute.
the snow hurt my face.
Dude, yeah, we were playing football in the snow, and throwing the ball, the wind would take that thing like 20 feet in the other direction.
Oh yeah, the wind was real bad. I remember I was out in the parking lot after school today, and it was snowing, and I heard people like screaming, like, "It's so cold!"
And then the snow would like
It's
fly in my eye.
cold.
What'd you say, Ian?
I said, then the snow would like fly in my eye.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes,
That's
sir.
rough stuff.
I-
Do we want to do a
Dude.
personality test, guys?
Yeah, we should do a personality test.
Let's do it. You know,
What's the main good?
we're halfway through the podcast. You
More
know,
than
let's see how well we know one another. Let's see, you know, what we think about one another. Basically, is what I'm going for here.
Can we just all do it on
Wait,
yours?
Before we do that,
It's actually so much work.
I want to show you guys. I got a varsity letter for making varsity.
Oh, I got one of those for being smart.
So you
I got
put
one
this on-
freshman year, then they never gave me any other ones.
I got a football pin with it. but
Oh, I
that's
didn't
not-
get that.
I bet you didn't get this
Oh,
either,
geez.
Sawyer.
Oh, what'd you get?
No, I didn't. Never mind. Oh, I love this part of the episode where Ian says something, and he's getting something, and then he leaves.
Yeah, let's wait.
It does happen a lot.
Is that your diploma? Oh, state
No,
football award.
State football award and
Oh,
a medal.
That's pretty cool, Ian.
that's pretty nice. I like that.
I'm gonna do the rest of the episode wearing this medal.
Now, you guys
Ooh.
call personality
I
test.
like that.
We're gonna do a little personality test, guys. It's called 16 personalities. Look that up and do that right now.
Actually, can I go do this on my Chromebook? Because that's required for advisory, and I didn't do it. I
Oh,
will be right back. I'm gonna do it on my Chromebook.
yeah, this is something I don't remember what I got because I also didn't do it.
I did not have my Chromebook for advisory today.
Ian, pull up the 16 personalities personality test.
Okay.
Okay, should be pretty simple. Literally called 16 personalities.
Is it really?
Yes, we're gonna do this fun little activity together. We're gonna go through this personality test, and we're gonna go through the questions one at a time, and sort of evaluate one another. See, you know, Ian could say, "Oh yeah, that's strongly agree for me," but Jacob and I are like, "No, I would
I'm
not."
a little scared for that.
No,
And
I like minorities actually.
what?
Good
I'm kidding.
one, Jacob.
But
Wait, no, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I do. That's not what I meant.
What the
so
hell, Jacob?
these questions go from strongly agree, agree, you know, somewhat agree, neutral, somewhat disagree, strongly disagree, right? Well, they're actually colored dots, but you know, that's too difficult to. I choose the big green dot. I mean, you guys got that pulled up? We got to lock in for
Yeah, I
the
do.
personality quiz.
I see the first question.
No, hold on.
Jacob, you're gonna make me crash out. You're gonna make me crash out if you do not
I
get.
was
this
reading
first-
my emails.
I don't
Sorry.
care. Is this the reading emails
Okay, I have it.
episode, or is this halfway
Is
there?
your first question? Do you regularly make new friends?
Yes, it is. I want to start with Ian. I think that
I
Ian.
think they change as you go on though.
I think Ian should put strongly agree.
I
Wait,
was
can we do the political compass test next episode
No,
for Thanksgiving for our Thanksgiving debate?
no.
That actually be so fire.
That's like the political argument that every Thanksgiving dinner has. That we don't even tell them.
Dude, I love the compass.
If we end up having guests on next episode, we don't even tell them. We're just like, all right, now we're gonna take this quiz. You guys have to fill it out, or you're gonna get.
That's why we need to have Will Brown on next episode.
why.
Dude, that'd be so fire. Actually, that'd be so fun.
uh,
Get two people from the opposite sides.
Will Brown comes up to me and he said, "I heard you're the most conservative guy in the school." I was like, "I don't know if I'd give myself that label," and he goes,
I don't think he's met himself.
"That's pretty cool."
I love Will Brown, bro.
all right, let's
Anyway,
talk about this.
I would give myself. I was just gonna say regular agree, but Sawyer says strong agree.
I think I mentioned this on the episode when it was just Jacob and I, but I mean, you have quite the knack
Well,
for just talking to
okay.
random people and making friends.
There's a difference between regularly making new friends and like being able to make new friends.
That is true. How often are you meeting new
Do you-
people? Ian?
Answer for yourself, Ian. My
That's- I was-
answer
I was gonna
is
say agree.
for the first purple one. Can we label these dots?
I
Because
just
this
did.
is
I
starting to
It's
confuse
like
me.
a
agree.
small- No, do it. The big one is strongly agree.
Slightly
then
agree.
strongly agree, somewhat agree, or slightly agree, and then neutral, and then somewhat disagree, strongly disagree.
All right, that's a lot of syllables to remember. Oh, I was on the wrong side. Okay,
All right.
slightly agree.
I'm putting strongly agree for me because I'm a yapper.
What is? I can make new friends. I swear I can.
All right, next one.
We got that one
Complex-
answered.
Yes,
Okay.
complex and novel ideas excite you more than simple and straightforward ones. Who is disagreeing with this one?
I'm so sophisticated and novel that I'm gonna put agree on
I'm
this
also
one.
gonna put agree.
I'm putting strongly
Actually,
agree.
I'm a simple guy, so I'm not putting strongly.
I feel like new ideas excite everybody, no? If it's like inherently a good one.
Hey, one question for you, Sawyer. Have you done this test before? Because I've done
No.
it twice, and it actually takes like 2 hours. There's so
Are
many
you
questions.
sure? You're capping.
No. Let's keep going. No, there's not that many.
But I think I think what he's trying to say is we need to pick it up if we're gonna finish this.
Oh my god, wait, it is actually very long.
No, I want to go on for 2 hours, but
I don't.
the political compass test is like half the size. So that's all I'm saying.
No, come on, guy. Come on, guy.
You usually feel more persuaded by what resonates emotionally with you than
Can we just
factual
do the
arguments.
Shorter
No.
personality test? Okay, Jacob. Don't make me server mute you again.
What are you doing, Sawyer? Are we doing the
Oh, I'm
test?
doing I was looking at the quiz. I got lost for a second. I was checking how long it was.
What? Well, you can only scroll to like 7 more. But
Mhm.
it'll be
How long is
fine.
it?
But I do want to see if it branches off after this though, because I'm pretty sure it might. All right, are we on question 3 yet? Out of literally 100, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Yeah.
Hey, there's 16 personalities. That's a lot of them. That's a lot more than I've met. They've got
Okay.
to narrow this down because there's like 4 for each.
I don't think Ian wants to take this
I
test.
shouldn't even say anything.
Oh
I
no,
do
we'll
want to do
take
the
the
whole
test.
thing.
We'll take the test.
Well, take
I would
the
just
test.
prefer to take a shorter one.
I'm just gonna go through this quiz and then talk about the questions that I think are interesting. How about that?
Okay, because I don't want to do it anyway. I'll put that advisory test for later.
Oh, so
Let's
it's
go.
doing it now.
Are you a complex, sophisticated novel guy?
I am a complex and sophisticated and also novel guy. I think. Do you find
I
that
think we should,
He
Yes.
thinks.
I just think we should take a shorter quiz.
a shorter quiz? Let's take the rice purity test.
Yeah.
No,
What is that?
that'd be really boring for Jacob and I think.
It'd be mostly boring for me too.
Really. You don't know what the rice purity test is, Jacob?
Did I take an autism test?
You can take an autism test.
Let's all take
No.
different quizzes.
Guys, I found one 10-minute quiz.
10-minute quiz. Really?
It starts with the same question as the other one.
Are you pulling a Fugle right now?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Jacob, do you really not know what the rice purity test is?
I've heard it. I probably do if you describe it.
It's like there's like 100 questions, and then like the first one is like, have you ever held hands romantically? And then your score goes down for each one you mark yes to. So like if you don't answer any of them,
Which is the what? That is
well, it's supposed to measure how pure you are because the question starts like, have you ever held
conversion
hands?
test.
Then it gets to
Nerd.
questions like, have you ever done like crack cocaine? Have you ever been arrested? Have you ever committed a felony? Have you ever done the deed? Stuff like that. But like Jacob, for you and I,
So what are we doing?
no offense to you, Jacob, but I'm gonna guess that the score for both of us is gonna be like practically 100, maybe like 99, 98. Unless Jacob, you have a secret
Can
girlfriend.
you
I
add
don't.
David in this, dude? Can you please add David? What do you think David's done in his life, dude? You accused me of doing drugs on episode 5, which is not
No,
true.
no. On
But I
100,
remember that still.
and 100 means you haven't done bad things. If you
I'm
count
saying,
holding hands bad, which it is. It's unholy.
what quiz are you guys doing? Because I'm trying to find the autism test, but I'm too autistic to find the test.
I'm looking.
Bro,
I'm looking at
can't
the right
find
purity
it.
test.
You're looking at the rice purity test right now?
Maybe.
Mm.
Oh, this one's easier to understand.
You know, we just went on a whole thing about talking about how much we're improved on this podcast, and then we started a personality test without realizing how long it was going to take us.
I full well knew.
Oh, well, you could have said something, Buster.
I can't read these questions though and also talk though. Because I'm under the impression that we're all doing different tests. I'm still on question 1.
I'm sitting here. I gave up.
Sitting here.
So what are you guys talking about now? I've got loads of Instagram reels to tell you about.
Oh, do
Did you see the
you?
Instagram reel that I sent to the what podcast Instagram page, hoping that you would open it, and then you never opened it?
Well, here's the thing. I'm
It's
not
very
logged
funny,
in.
and it relates.
Let me log in. What you want me to
I
check?
just thought it was topical. I thought it was on the topic of something we talked about, episode 24, and you should watch it
Did you
because it'll
send it
inform you upon the.
during the episode?
No,
Okay,
I
guy.
was hoping you would find it in a week, and then you never did.
Let me.
I assumed you logged in every week at least once.
Let's say you walk. Oh, it's literally just the hypothetical of everyone on Earth disappearing. That's what we talked about. Oh, he's just talk. Oh, what the? What is this video? It's just what? What's the joke there? Are you saying that you didn't like that topic?
No, I just thought it was a funny video.
It's just the guy talking about like the video, and then it's just Kanye West. It just cuts away.
Well,
The
you gotta
cap-
listen to the audio.
the caption.
Never mind.
The,
Never
cap-
mind.
the caption's a very interesting
It's
video.
all of the lights meme, dude.
Oh
It's a G.I. Jane joke.
man. Ah.
Very.
Man, we should have done another tier list. We should have done
Man.
another tier list this episode.
I do not wear earplugs.
What? What quiz are you taking? What does that have to do with anything?
The autism
I
test.
finished the rice purity test.
I think I actually do have something, but probably not that much.
I took the rice purity test and got a score of 0, actually. I completed it all. That's
Boomer was
You
not very
did
happy
all
with the last
the
question,
achievements.
but I did
You
do
got,
it.
how did we get here?
no. Having a rice purity score of 0 would be just admitting to a crime. Like you've just admitted to committing like multiple felonies.
Mhm.
Well,
One of the questions is, have you committed a felony?
Well, one of the questions is like, have you ever?
there's statute of limitation.
What does that mean?
Limitation.
I should probably know what that means. What does that mean?
If you're like,
That's like
if you commit a
when
crime
it
and you're like
expires.
if you commit a crime and you're like 21, and then they don't find out till you're 78 and on your deathbed, then they can't charge you. It's like not all crimes have this. If you like kill a person, but if you like do something, I don't know if it is for felonies, but if you like
Rob the gas
break the
station.
law in your 20s, like 10 years later, they can't charge you even if they find it out, unless like the
Interesting.
investigation was launched upon you doing it or something. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
Why does double jeopardy exist?
Why
So
does it exist? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it doesn't.
it does.
It's
Double
there's.
jeopardy.
I'm pretty sure there's literally an amendment. No, there's an amendment saying that it doesn't exist. Right?
Really?
no, there's an
It'll
amendment
vote.
saying it
They invented the term to say that it's not it. That ain't it, chief.
yeah, you can't get tried twice because like um they could
That's
just like
why I
keep
would be the
falsely convict you or
yeah.
something. I don't know.
That's why if I did kill a person and like get away with it, I would be the cockiest uh innocent
Murder.
person. I'd be like, I would be OJ Simpson and write the book about how I killed the person.
I'd like walk out of the courtroom and be like, yeah, I killed your family member. What about it?
Well, yeah, it's like, correct me if I'm wrong on double jeopardy, but it's like if like you get like if the verdict is that you're innocent of a crime you've been accused of in court, like you can't be retried on the same crime even if new evidence for it is brought to the table.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Which I don't know. Why does that just doesn't make sense to me? Am I like in the wrong for thinking that?
You are, because Ian literally said it when you were reading that it doesn't exist. He said, because if they could try you again after you admit it, then even if you didn't admit it, they could just try you for the crime forever, and they could just run up your like lawyer fees
Mhm.
for trying you for this crime that you didn't do for eternity.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I know they.
Your implication is that okay, they can try you for the same crime 4 times, and if they don't get you anything there, then
Yeah.
you're done.
Well,
Because
I
That's what
get.
you're thinking? I think that's wrong because it's good to do bad.
Oh,
I just did a quick little Google search. Double jeopardy exists to protect individuals from the government abusing its power by repeatedly prosecuting them for the same crime, prevent causing stress, expense, and potential harassment that could come with multiple trials for the same offense. Essentially, safeguarding citizens' right to not be subject to a strain of continuous legal prosecution for the same crime. It is primarily designed to prevent the government from using its superior resources to wear down a defendant until they are convicted, even if they are innocent.
right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes lots of sense. When do you think the day will come when we talked about this a while ago, but when do you think the day will come where like you could like get an AI to like make a fake video of someone committing a crime and someone actually gets like
I think,
Like a couple months.
well, I think the time is now if it's like a low, if it's like a not a felon, and you
It's
could
like a
probably just be
great
like,
camera footage.
this person flat tired me in the hallway, and they get charged like $5. I don't think that. I mean, it depends.
We need that.
I mean, I'm sure there would be ways to detect if it's made by an AI, right?
As of right now,
Yeah. Well, like if we're assuming the video
maybe.
is like indistinguishable from a regular video, but like there's still a way if you like
I'm very distinguished.
you're are you still taking that test,
Hell
Jacob?
no. I'm on question 9,
How many questions are there?
Wait.
30.
Oh my stars. I really hate those online quizzes where like you take the entire quiz and then only at the end it's like, all right, you have to pay to get the results. Like, why?
Usually it's just like you have to give them your email and they'll send you things. It's not. They
That's not.
tell you if you have to pay usually.
There, yeah, there's just been a few
No,
times
Mm,
where it's
that's what
been
you
like
scam
that.
for that.
can you tell me if I like nonfiction books or fiction books better?
Why do you?
I
Why
don't
do I
really
need to?
know.
Do you know what the difference
I
is?
feel like,
I don't
I
know.
feel like
I don't
we're
know.
falling apart here at the
I'm
end
gonna
of the episode.
say I do like nonfiction better
Do you?
sometimes.
Do you know what nonfiction
A lot
is?
of the time. It's not fiction.
And what's
I know what
fiction?
it isn't. It's
Fiction.
it's like Double Jeopardy where they defined the opposite.
Jacob, what does nonfiction mean?
No, it it means not fiction. What do you mean?
And what is fiction?
It means not fictitious.
All right, there you go.
It means not nonfiction is what that means. I made a funny joke about this in episode 24 and nobody laughed because nobody's paying attention.
Wow, Jacob.
And I'm gonna take that to the grave.
You have
Well,
like the timestamp of
I
it
do
too.
like nonfiction.
you're gonna be on the last episode of this podcast and be like, oh, and one more thing, there was that joke I made in episode 24 that nobody heard. Because yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Someone will find it.
Right.
One of our dedicated fans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing? I'm hard at work on this test.
I'm watching you take
You
this.
aren't doing nothing.
I'm conversating.
I'm only on question 10 now.
Oh
And you
my!
couldn't answer my question.
I don't even remember what your question
You seen
was.
the video of the dude who just crashes into the McDonald's and then he is on the
Yeah,
run now?
Amigo,
He's I know
Amigo Chino.
I was waiting for you to say that because I knew he liked it real. You follow the guy,
Amigo,
don't you?
I do follow him. Amino Chino or something.
Amino Chino. Does he still
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from him in a few weeks.
He's
He
always
hasn't been
like,
caught though, has he?
I don't think so. He's always like, there's a
I'm the
party
guy who
going
cut
on.
my ankle monitor on stream.
Dude's
Yeah.
life went from like bad to worse.
What do
I
you
doubt
do?
they're even hunting
No, and
him,
then
really.
I don't think they're doing
Not like
much.
he, like, was, like,
'Cause
a
he's like
serial
he
killer.
went to like Times Square and he's like, all right, no, I'm going to Austin. He's like going on a tour and announcing his tour dates, and then nobody's finding him. Nobody cares.
Yeah, none of the cops. He cut his ankle monitor, crashed his car into a McDonald's. He didn't commit like multiple manslaughters. Nobody really cares.
Didn't they
But
just
I love the
like
guy.
fix their ice cream machines at McDonald's, didn't they? Because they got like a new brand. I saw a thing. It's like the brand
Maybe
that made the ice cream machines. That's he was protesting that, and it worked out.
I was about to say maybe if the ice cream machine's working, then he wouldn't have crashed his car.
I'm watching this video right now of the guy. What on earth?
Amigo Chino.
The dude, yeah,
Why did he
he's
crash
literally just like,
McDonald's? Like for what purpose?
I don't know. I think he says it. He's like Allah Akbar. I don't know why he says it. I don't know what he does, but he said there was a reason.
It doesn't even look like the crash did anything. It looks like
The
a
reason
total.
was just he's angry.
It just totaled the
He
car.
literally just messed up his car, and then the brick wall didn't do anything. And he like drove up the wall
Yeah.
like those vacuum cars. Oh no, because he
Everyone at
worked at the
home,
McDonald's, and then he
everyone at
got
home,
fired. I'm pretty sure.
look up Amigo Chino and watch
Oh
this.
yeah, he probably did get fired. I don't have audio on right now, but he's wearing a McDonald's like hat when he does it. Huh.
That's why they. I don't know.
Well, that guy very clearly is living his best life. He's definitely got a low rice purity score.
Probably.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, one of them is have you run from the police. I've taken the test.
Why don't you guys do that quiz? I'm
Rice
at work
purity.
on the same question I've been on for the past 4 minutes.
I don't want to just hear over and over again. Have you ever had sex with two people in the same day? No. Have you ever had? No. 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 No.
I
No.
really want to see this because it's no. Then it'll go quick. I really want to see this.
What, you want me to put no for every single question?
After stream, Jacob, we
Because
can
then
do
the
the rice
viewers can
purity.
go on and be like, "I've done that. I'm clearer than Sawyer."
After the stream,
You're just like no to everything, and then you're like, "Oh, I've committed mass genocide."
Yeah, it's like, have you
What
ever?
score would that be, dude? It's like that's the only thing you get, and you still get a 1 out of 100
you'd have a
or
99
like
then.
99.
Yeah, yeah. Well, dude, okay, because Jacob, the reason it's like the rice having a score of 0 is also really bad is because like the last like 3 questions are really bad. Like it's like, have you ever?
The last 3 questions get you put on a list. Dude, that's actually genius. They should make it like a trend to take this quiz, and then it's literally just like admitting to crimes, and it's the
Well,
government runs the
it
website,
was kind of a trend for a
then can
while
charge you.
because like some people would post like my score is below 30. It's like, okay, well you had to have committed a crime at that point because like half of them are crime related. So
Prove it. I want to see the crimes,
look,
Jacob,
and I'm not gonna search this on my school Chromebook.
Jacob, I'll stream it
probably
after the podcast.
on the little after show.
It's
We'll
not
do a
that
little
late.
after show.
All right.
Speaking
let's
of
see.
after podcast, how much time we at?
We're
Are you
at,
just trying
like,
to flex something?
No. I figured you were gonna take it.
like look, I'm
Yeah,
reading
I'll
the
try to
questions
take
right
it.
now. Jacob, have you ever French kissed in public?
I've
He has-
Eskimo kissed.
What? What does that mean?
That's with your eyelashes.
With a girl?
It's where you just put your face in someone's face and blink at them.
What?
Freak.
I don't know.
What a freak.
I was
You're a
probably
freak.
3 years
You're
old.
a freak, dude. You're a freak from 3 years old.
Jacob, get out of our podcast, bro.
You're a
It's too freaky.
freak. What?
I do like
Have
not
you
touching
ever, bro? What? Like, no. Yeah, Jacob. Have you ever? Have you ever? Have you ever impregnated somebody or been impregnated? Why are you thinking?
them.
about it?
No.
No, you had to think about
They
that
just
one.
gave us our. Have you seen our new IDs? They
I
gave us
haven't
the
been-
IDs that they said they weren't going to give us.
Right?
Yeah, I looked like a Mormon in my first one, so I got my picture retook. Because they said you were supposed to wear a collared shirt and preferably tie. So I did just that. And
Nice.
actually, it doesn't look that bad. It looks like I'm. It looks like I'm the manager at a McDonald's,
This kind of
but this one's much better.
oh
It's
my.
not loading. Whoa.
I didn't get
Dang.
one, even though
You
I
get
know I
jagged right there.
ordered one.
Sorry.
Ian, what was that? Did you just take a photo of
Did
it?
you go to did you skip
Oh,
advisory? What?
I did not skip advisory, but I did not get an ID.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh well. No, no, no.
Are you on the quiz right now?
Which one? The rice purity
I don't
one?
know.
guys,
The impossible quiz.
No.
impossible.
Why
Yes.
don't you? What you could? This is the perfect time. You could stream the 16 personalities quiz and put it over David's face. You have the perfect outlet to do that right now.
Yeah, but what am I
You can
gonna
make it a little
record?
game.
How am I gonna record at the same time?
I don't know your setup. I just come in here and then I talk. That's the extent of my
You guys
knowledge.
are. I don't know what you guys do on your screens, but you guys are right here for me the whole time. I
Oh,
cannot.
you don't want to know. Yeah, no, I don't move you.
Yeah, I don't
But
get
yeah, I
to
don't
play
move you on
video
my screen.
like David or take an autism test like Jacob or I don't whatever he's doing right now.
I'm making some progress.
Ah, we should
I
probably.
don't have any problems.
I'm
The
really
episode's falling apart here. We
what?
got to figure out
I
something to do.
notice very small changes in a person's
We could
appearance.
talk about how I missed my banquet.
Why? Oh yeah, you did do that. Tell us about that.
Okay. So football has a banquet like every other sport. And didn't know when it was, but I figured I would be in some way. They'd either talk about it in the group chat or something. I'm at work one day and then Will
You need to get closer
Ian.
to your microphone.
My bad. Could you hear anything I was saying?
A little bit.
Should I
It's cutting
restart?
out.
Should I restart?
You were talking to
No.
Will who?
Just go on.
Will Duenas,
He's
he
like two
texts
birds.
me while I'm at work, and he says, "Ian, where are you? What are you talking about?" He said, "The banquet. It's going on right now." I was like, "What? When did we plan this? When was I in?" And he said, "I don't know, but it's happening," and I couldn't get off work, so I just had to stay at work about it.
That is very unfortunate.
But turns out they sent out one email to the parents, and my mom never checks her email, so I had no idea what was going on. And supposedly, somebody said they were talking about it in the group chat, but I never saw them talk.
What they're talking about? What? Oh, the banquet.
Yeah, I was a little upset. The
yeah.
coaches were supposed to say something about every player. I didn't get to hear what they were going to say about it.
Oh.
Probably going to be like, Ian did so good filming at all of our practices.
Did you do that?
Yeah, somebody had to film plays.
That
That was mainly my job.
Hey, good job.
Thank you. I should show you my camera work. Maybe you can hire me one day.
Oh, maybe I could. Maybe I could. Dude, I'm gonna win an Oscar one day.
Dude, I can't wait.
Make sure you tune in for the Oscars when I'm there.
Are you gonna host the Oscars one day?
Host them? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know about hosting the Oscars. Sounds like a lot of work for not a lot of payoff. No one really cares about who's hosting. They just care about who's winning.
True.
Who did it last? Didn't Jimmy Kimmel do it and like everyone hated it for some reason?
Jimmy Kimmel sucks.
Oh, why?
Shots fired.
Why do you think Jimmy Kimmel sucks,
I
Jake?
don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't watch any late night television, but I've heard that Conan O'Brien is like the only good one.
yeah, he
And he
is.
wrote on The Simpsons, so he's good with me.
That's true. Ian, what you keep changing outfits?
So I'm trying to lock in on this test, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if we can end this episode until
Too
Jake.
distracting me with Kimmel.
What question are you on, Jacob?
23. I'm
Okay.
making progress.
You gotta hurry up, pal. Because I also have to be getting to bed soon because I get my wisdom teeth out tomorrow. I think I mentioned that already, but it's
Do you have your wisdom teeth, Ian? Did you take it? Because I know David got his.
It's looking like I'll never need
Yeah,
to get
we're
it.
still full of wisdom. I
My
don't.
dent-
Mine's at least until I'm like 30. I don't need it removed or something.
Yeah, my dentist told me it's looking like I might never need it. I was like, tight.
I probably wouldn't need them removed, but because I want to get jaw surgery,
Knee surgery?
not shut up. Because
Dude,
because I
shut
want to get the jaw surgery, they can't actually do that if you still have your wisdom teeth. So
what jaw surgery?
like
Sawyer, you should make a post on your story that feeling when jaw surgery is.
it's gonna be in 2 years.
No, but you have wisdom teeth pulling. That's basically jaw surgery.
Me when wisdom teeth surgery is tomorrow. No.
That actually is so funny.
No, it would not. I do not understand that meme whatsoever. It's
Nobody does. That's why it's funny.
ah. No,
What a problem with the world, dude.
I remember when my brother got his wisdom teeth taken out. The place they did it at, I don't know. They must have messed up or something because he was like bleeding like crazy, like way more than you're supposed to. And he was like bleeding for like the entire day after the surgery. Like the whole day was like just oozing and oozing the whole time. Which is I know that
What? Dude, dude,
What?
I had like an extra tooth removed when I was like 8, and they put me on the anesthetics, and I'm about 70% sure that this was a dream, but I awoke to being in a room like with like quintuple bunk beds with just a bunch of other kids waking up from anesthetics, but they weren't awake, so it kind of looked like they were dead. But it was like I was just in a rack of kids who were being set up to wake up from anesthetics, and then they put me in a wheelchair and I went home. But it was very frightening when I awoke to that scene.
That is actually kind of cool. But if the next time you open your mouth isn't to say I'm done with the test,
I'm on
Oh
27.
no, but because of that, because my parents like don't want that to happen with me, they're just not having me get it out like here. So I'm getting the surgery for my wisdom teeth out in Iowa City. So that's gonna be a fun little drive over there, I think.
teeth surgery tomorrow.
Tooth surgery. I get to miss school, which is also kind of scary because I need that calculus homework done, but I might not be able to. What I am looking forward to though, is this weekend when the last episodes of Arcane season 2 come out. I'm gonna be watching all 3 of them in a row, and I'm gonna say this right now. I think it's my favorite show ever, like from the last episodes.
So what show?
Arcane.
I don't know. What
It's
show that is.
genuinely so good, man. Look
On
at
a scale of 0 to 30, I am 9% autism. That's kind of disappointing, but
you wish you were
I'm
more
content
autistic.
with it. I just thought I was.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, that was
It's kind of changing my
a
whole life
really
here.
long test for almost no payoff whatsoever. I think that's where we should wrap
Well,
things
the
up.
last question was if you are distracted when you're doing something, is it hard to get back to the thing? So I put maximal on that, and for sure that's where all my points came from.
Right.
Mhm.
All
I was like,
right.
that's very topical of you.
That was definitely one of the episodes of all time. Thank you all for listening. That's halfway of the One That's Your podcast done with. Anything you want to say, David?
Wise
Yabba
words as
dabba
always.
do.
Yeah, that's actually facts, David. Thank you for bringing that to the table. All right, goodbye. Bye bye.
Wabba dabba.